Welcome back to Rising Star 2, episode number 16. If you ever want to see a band that is a legend, but can't do what they once did because of old age, Metallica is the perfect example for you. They are also today's Triple XP offer. Double successes from Maggie, and just like that, one of our busking pieces of equipment is fully repaired. And I think I need one repair from Desmond. One success. If he can provide it, he cannot. So I guess we'll have to take one from Mackenzie, who still can't. What? Wow, all we got back to was the 38. Let's call that good for the day, and let's go work on this drum kit we bought. Where she immediately gives us a plus 30 to its condition. Right. Tonight there is a show at City Theater, so it's another opportunity to grab some XP. We will take that on. But of course we're going to busk for the day to make some money and grab triple XP. Gorilla's art, that's definitely nice. Another piece of wall art to go with the one we've already got, and that is 1K. That is not AC/DC, but it certainly could fit the bill. As much as I enjoy that one, we have a growing set. We'll take the guitar in case. And Enrico has leveled up. Nice. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, writing lyrics, stage presence, more stage presence, and more stage presence. Get him to a 25 with his single bonus point. 5 new song ideas, but 600 XP was the important part about going to see a show tonight. We do have some higher end pieces that are mergeable as well, so let's go ahead and start with the highest. A couple 15s, but did not jump to 25 unfortunately. 10. Our 10 piece are now 15 piece. Tomorrow can be made into at least a 20, and that will be the basis for a new song because Shame is in right now. 2 new songs that we have written are in need of practice, and with the higher quality I think we should get some better XP than standard, plus the triple for the day. Fingers crossed. Yeah, 510. Good amount of XP, 17 for the pair, so we're getting 34 points. Yes, yeah, because we started at 0. Oh, Mackenzie. Whew, nearly let me down. That guitar took me 3 tries to get her to fix it, and now it's fully fixed thanks to Maggie, and everything else is within that 2 points of max, so we are done with the busking stuff for the time being. Let's go ahead and fix up a drum kit we're actually using. Boy, we did not do very well with our high-end fixers. By the way, repair skill, Mackenzie at a 65 now, Desmond's a 42. Maggie has caught up to Desmond with a 40. Enrico and DG finally getting off that very, very difficult to start end with Enrico at 15, myself at 13. Manager hasn't done much for us yet. It's only been about a week since we hired him, but he's picked up 1 endorsement thus far. $3 for every 1,000 audience members, which means we're not really making any money off of that at this stage, but that is what we have our manager assigned to at the moment, which is not really helping us a whole lot. I'm thinking about trying to get him to book some shows. Local gigs is probably better than a tour right now because we're definitely not ready for a recording contract or anything along those lines. Can we change that to Vancouver. Thank you. And yeah, 250's fine. I don't want to travel too far. Let's try to make that 150. I'm fine with small gigs. The only problem here is I can't tell him to find us battles specifically, and that's what we really need right now in this phase. It's what I was hoping he could really provide us. But let's go ahead and give him that assignment for a little bit and see what happens. Oh, hold on. We've got a big idea to get pushed through, right? There it is. Shame. 2 of 20. And the best I can put together at the moment is a 46-42 using that shame piece. It's not quite gonna cut it yet, so we're gonna sit on that one a little bit longer and practice the couple new songs we do have. I'm definitely aiming for a 50 plus on every new song we write at this stage. Oh, now Desmond is ill. Desmond, how bad you look? And 71's not bad at all. 1 day of rest will bring him up into a favorable terrain. So we won't practice tonight, we will rest tonight, which means the 2 new songs will not be ready for this weekend. They're not very close anyway. Even if we took both of them, double what we have, they're still not quite ready. Plus, I need to practice all of our songs one night. I wasn't supposed to be recording this today. It was not on my schedule, but after a weekend off, I couldn't put it down. I needed to pick it up. I needed to play. So here we are doing another episode, a little bit ahead of my schedule, but I enjoy this so much. I'm not enjoying how little we've been making busking lately, though. Our last, 4 or 5 trips have been on the very, very bottom end of the scale. We've been making so much more recently that it's very disappointing that we are struggling like that. There is another show tonight at City Theater. I think I'm going to go ahead and go to it, especially since we're not going to get any work done. We're going to have to rest early. I wanted something to show for the day, and it looks like it's paid off. I believe Desmond just leveled up. All right, Desmond, what have you got for me? Your repair? Everything's down at this moment because of his health, but tonight's rest will bring that right back up. So don't worry about the negatives that we're carrying, just kind of more of our base skill where we're at. So we want to help him on his writing lyrics. 26 base for playing is okay, not great. Let's put 1 point into it and then double for the stage presence. We've got to get that mostly fixed before our show, but that's not a problem because we're about to do so right now. But before we do our overnight activity, let's go in and merge pieces. Oh, okay. Our manager giving us a call. What has he got? Whoa! 1100. He's got us going to Hillsborough, which is obviously close to open. Wednesday, May 20th, next week. Next week. That is nice. He's got more ideas for us too. This one is to open Friday, June 2nd. Definitely paying less. That's actually a decent amount. And we want the XP. That's the thing. We want the XP. These are all paying in the neighborhood of helping us get better, faster. Only hope. Okay, sure. I'm accepting all of these at the moment. Are we headlining? 700? In Bellevue? Oh man. That was a big boost to Mr. Wells. That was a big boost to him. Check it in. Yeah, his reputation grew by a point from a 3 to a 4. And he's made progress to the next level. He's also added some satisfaction. We don't need him to book anything else for a moment. Let's get him back to finding product endorsements in the meantime. But that was some gains right there. We've added some shows, kind of a 1 per week for the next month or so. Let's check on Desmond Yeah, 71 back to an 86. That's still a bit short. He's still carrying some negatives. Stage presence minus a couple, and we're going into a couple shows for the weekend. You almost want to rest again tonight instead of practicing the songs, and I'll think about it. That is an option that we very well might go for. Desmond's stronger than getting 1 point out of all of our songs. I think we can get that back the first night we play. Oh, double successes for a B, and I have fixed the synth. And speaking of fixed, the baseline for all of these is getting really low. I need to like full on refurbish them here at some point so that they're not sitting on nothing. There's a success. And thank you, Desmond. That's fully repaired. Let's focus now on a guitar. And now that's fully repaired. Thank you, Mackenzie. $156. We finally topped 150 for the first time in about a week of busking. That was another 3 to 10 jump. Takes care of all my 1s and 3s for the moment. On to the 6s. Yeah, here's how we're looking at in the practice department. We're talking about 1 point missing. That's it. So I'm gonna sacrifice that 1 point in play skill for all of our songs tonight, and we are going to get Desmond fully rested before we go perform, because he is definitely a little off his game right now. Maggie's success rate has been really good lately. She's just 3 points behind Desmond and gaining all the time. And meanwhile, there's Mackenzie doing her thing, just fixing stuff right up. And my list is getting shorter, so all that equipment we bought, we're definitely going to be able to resell some of that. It keeps getting pointed out to me in the comments, and I guess I'm just going to have to go do research to make this happen, is that not all stores are created the same, and some have better prices than others. So we're going to have to find which are the cheaper ones and which are the more expensive ones. Then buy from the cheaper and sell at the more expensive to increase the that profit margin on repairing this stuff up. Oh, we've got a gig over in Portland. I have no idea what that gig is at the moment, but Desmond's back to healthy. Well, he should be. Oh man, that is our network of shows at the moment. We've not done a job for the day. All that field work we did is already done. Let's see, city guide. Side jobs? There are. There are side jobs. Oh, and I do have my vehicle conditions down to 90%, by the way. It's $476, at least at this place, to get it fully repaired. It would have been 500. Okay, $300. Landscape parks. 4 parks. Better pay, less XP. You know what? Let's not do that job. Much as I liked that job right now, can have a new focus. Not much faster to stop and back up, but it's a little faster for sure. That was definitely the hardest job that we've had to complete so far. 10 stops spread out all over a large city. And only $400 earned from it, but job done. 200 XP earned. Not sure if we're headlining. We are on equal footing with the other band, the Quiet Scissors. 12 songs though that we need to play for $61 tonight. Venue capacity is 60, so we definitely need to have some fillers that are a little bit slower to re-energize the crowd here just a bit. Let's start with the attitude. Is there anything out? Just 2. Nothing is in except for Nobody Places today. Looks like Before the Systems can be played. Same with Everybody Is an Interest, and that might get us through the 12. So then jump into Quality from there. These two are not ready to play. Oh, we've got Samantha's Trains also. That's iffy if we want to add another. We'll see. My share is not in. Zany. And this is why we have so many. Because there's not much left that we're not playing today. And all it takes is a little hit of negative ideas, and suddenly you're down toward, you're scraping the bottom of your barrel on what you can play. Well, nothing much to lose. Small pay for the day. It's not a battle or anything. This might not be low enough at that point. I'm thinking about putting it at the end, but what if it is? What if these are taking 30 and those are only recovering 15, and then all of a sudden you're talking about maybe 45% drop. So there's your recovery. Let's go. 12 songs. Small pay. Loving what our manager has done for us in terms of finding better pay. Okay, we're below 50 for Nobody Places today, but energy's not dropping that rapid. There we go. We are falling below that 50%. In fact, we got quite low, so Before the Systems was perfectly timed. We've been at 100% for quite a while. Lots of new song ideas. 1200 XP. Sold 13 shirts. They enjoyed the show. 13 shirts when there's only 60 people. They loved Everybody Is an Interest. They really liked a lot of our other songs, all 3 to 4 smileys. And we were at 100% for the last two. We did perfectly time all of our shifts in energy and tempo. Mackenzie did level up, but I believe that's Macy's right there. Or Marcy's. Macy's? Marcy's. There you go, Marcy's. Motel, we know that's one of the cheap ones. Go and check in first. We're definitely not above this yet. I mean, we only made $60 today and we're spending 37. And we spent, what, 16 on gas? Or will spend 16 on gas going two directions. Today was not really profitable, but at least we offset costs. But it was the XP that we gained. It was the level up for Mackenzie that was really important. 2 for stage presence, and 1 for playing, and 1 for writing music. Desmond, by the way, is back up to 100% on his health. Got a riff up to a 15, and then we're sitting on lyrics, as always. Lyrics always higher than everything else. Oh, 1 point short, okay. Ooh, we are in Olympia for our gig today. I think that one is a battle. Otherwise, I wouldn't have booked it. I was already booked for the weekend. That was not our manager. Just a simple 3x3. Do we have any side jobs? No, just the mowing. So let's go mow the cemetery. Because, you know, we've got room in the van for all of our show equipment. For all of us and the lawnmower. We pack it tight. It's all collapsible. Some Russian nesting doll stuff happening. $350. Back up to 5,000, by the way. Pretty okay on that part. Capacity is 70 for this venue. And it is a battle, and we are the most popular here. So we are heavy favorites. 2,300 for the winner. 6 songs to play, though, so we've got to cut this back down. And as we are back in Washington, no negative ideas here. Nobody Places today definitely needs to stay in the set. We could probably drop Before the Systems in, as we're not going to need 2 low energy songs. Lower quality. We need to drop one of our mediums. What's the lowest? Samantha's Trains is out. Chief Players, lower play skill, over generous. In terms of popularity, I mean, the only song that has any popularity right now is Tight. It's the only one that's going anywhere with that, so we're not too worried about that part. Let's go for the win. So far, so good. We just dropped below 50% on the energy. We got 50% on the audience interest level, and this is in a generally unknown area. First time we've ever performed here. So we are behind on the performance itself, but the popularity of being known even though we don't have really a local popularity, traveled with us enough that we win comfortably. Fan score is so much higher than everybody else. Win our third battle of the bands. I wish it weren't a simple popularity contest, but honestly, that's how these work in real life too. Not necessarily who's the best band. It's who's the most well-known. We only sold 4 shirts because, again, kind of unknown in the area. Wish that kind of showed out a little bit more, but it's all 3 and 4 star, 3 and 4 smiley face happiness levels. Gained 10 and 10 on our last couple of songs, the one that has some popularity plus the one that is in at the moment. Everything else was 8 or 6. In fact, the only 6 was Something with Stands. The others were all 8.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift on Stranded Radio.
Nope.
The phones
Enrico.
are busy tonight.
That's the second time. Bass strings. Everybody got 3 new song ideas from winning that battle. We're going to have to find somewhere to stay for the night. Fairly sure we're not going to be able to travel home anyway. I guess I could check the border, but we've already seen how this one works. Oh, this was Olympia. Diego Wells. His office was right around the corner. And yeah, we would be home tomorrow. And yeah, I don't want to spend $225 on it. We'll stay for the night. Stay locally for the night. 37. Desmond jumping from a 3 to a 10 on rhythm. Difficulty is a bit high, but we did crack the 50 code with our shame piece and with 3 different song writers involved. That's a big plus. Could I maybe do something? No, there's not a different one there. And there's not even a higher piece on the lyrics if we were to push a different direction and save that shame piece for later. So no, this is what we have. I could drop the difficulty down just a hair, or I could drop quality. Yeah, we've topped 50, and that's the important piece for now. So Drown the Detail, high energy song. When Busk, as we return into town to pay for our expenses, the hotel for the night, the gas, to get there and back the last 24 hours, and we pick up $129. Again, it seems to be getting lower, not higher. Ooh, plus 5 playing bonus. Not cheap though, but buy a couple of those. And then let's go with the writing music bonus. There's a plus 3. We'll buy one of those. Stage presence, only a plus 1. So we'll only take one of those. That's not much of a bonus. We do have a couple pieces of equipment that seem ready to be sold. We bought this for $90 here. Anyway, we could sell it for $139. I don't know if that's a good price. I guess I have to go check the other stores. Definitely not a better price here. That's barely any money at all. That's $12. That's 19, very much in between. And that's 119. I gotta compare this one. Was that higher? 119. Too many prices. 139. So much higher here. This is where we want to sell, which I do have a few pieces of equipment ready to sell then. Alright, so the cheapest in terms of pricing was the deluxe music store. The most expensive was the discount store. Had more to do with the quality of items to begin with, not necessarily the pricing structure. So the pricing structure is we need to be buying from here. Speaking of, we got 7,800 at the moment. Let's see if we can find some equipment that will be repairable, but also there's nothing there. But let's see if we have anything that's going to be upgrades. Like, whoa, a Pearl drum kit. Oh, I'm in heaven. It's my favorite. That was my brand. Love a good Pearl drum kit. And yeah, plus 8 for playing. 1,600 is definitely not cheap, but that is a massive. I'm gonna plus 1 on writing music, but for 1,700, let's not do that. And apparently that kit's gonna be better for kind of everything. I only have a single effects processor right now with a +1 playing bonus. That's definitely something we want to rectify. That's an expensive one, but it's a +6 playing. We're not spending that kind of money right now, but here is a +1 playing. Low condition, easy to repair, and make better even if we turn around to sell it later. Here's a writing music for $480. You can get into that. There's a cheap one. Keyboard. That's borderline though. That's really borderline. That's gonna take it. We're gonna get like 2 chances at it. Let's do it. Take a chance. Mackenzie herself can be the one to fix it up, right? Desmond, for $800 we can buy a guitar that could absolutely be fixed up and used in different ways, but playing +2 bonus, writing music +6 on where we're at, and comes with some stage presence. Gretsch, let's get it. Alright, I think that's enough money spent for one day though. We did get some repairable items, but only a few of those are resale. There's finally a success from Maggie to get us kind of back to where we started. And there we go, that's fixed up now thanks to Desmond. Bass guitar here, since we're using it. So with 3 new keeper songs in the mix, we've definitely used up some pieces. Here's where we're at in the 20 to 35 range. We have 135, 125, and 4 20s, all lyrics. And 5 out of the 6 are from Enrique. We jump down to 15s, we get our first melody piece. Anything besides a lyric. Let's go ahead and also make our big upgrade there. That's another 20 now. As we get down to the 10s, we've got quite a few melodies and riffs. But the lyrics again, just kind of leading the way on being the ones that we have a lot of. Not enough points for jump from a 6 to a 15. We're gonna have 3 shows this week. I feel like we need to get a couple of these songs ready. By Bucket was our throwaway practice writing, and so we're not going to worry about that one. We still only have the one. Oh no, we have 2 popular ideas now. Maybe that's what we should focus on. I can get 34 points in one day if we just practice that one. Probably not a bad idea. We'll get it up first. 175 XP for that, and 35 points now as we've somebody leveled up, right, a couple days ago. Alright folks, well, we've already pushed all the way into the middle or late end of May. The number of shows that we are performing is starting to pick up. The pay from which we are earning for shows is starting to pick up, and our ability to win Battle of the Bands, we've already exceeded now the popularity level to register for those lowest 0 to 2 scale battles. But we still have some scheduled, so we'll get an opportunity to win, I think, a couple more. So another 5K or so in earnings, and another 1 point or 1.5 points in popularity boost. But we've also pushed into the next category, the 2 to 4. And it doesn't last long either. So we are going to have to make an effort to go around locally, to go around to Portland, to Hillsborough, Olympia, whatever, and see if we can schedule any in that range before our window on that one closes. And then all of a sudden battles will be a thing of the past. Definitely have some opportunities to earn some more money. In that meantime, we've grown to, 6 songs. 6 songs in the 50 plus categories. Almost enough to make a set out of them. Of those, what is our... So we have... Oh, nice. See, there's your thing, too. We have 4 high energy, 1 medium, and 1 low. So they could isolate as, as a group, as a set themselves. In terms of attitude, though, just the 2 songs right now that are positive, or at least locally for us. We're up to 20 songs overall. Don't count that by bucket. We're not far off from eliminating at least probably the bottom 3 to 4 that just have that lower quality. And we've got play skill really dropping off on a few of these because we've not been practicing, not been performing them at all lately. So I'm going to have to watch out for that one. We do need a day to kind of practice everything, but we've got to get our new important Drown the Detail song ready for shows for this week because we very much need it. We're only going to get it so good, though. The difficulty is quite high, so it's going to probably be in the upper 70s or low 80s. But again, our play skill as a group has gotten a little better. There's all these little trade-offs, so many things to balance. I really enjoy that. And much of what you're balancing is simple math. You don't have to be great at math to understand it. If you have a simple understanding, you can at least kind of get yourself in tune with what's happening with the various systems within the game. Really enjoy this one. There's not enough band managers out there. There really needs to be more. This is one of those untapped areas. Music is such a massive part of most people's lives, and there are music games, karaoke style or play your instrument style, but not of the management. And there's so many manager type games out there, from sports to simple simulations of real world tasks that would be mundane and boring otherwise, but yet people love them in games. And yet this particular area is not totally untapped, but there's not much competition, that's for sure. That's gonna do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.